Should Conroy offer sheet Matthew Knies?
Sure.
Well, so do you know where the thresholds are, and do you know what you'd pay him and what?
Well, the threshold, I mean, the one that everybody talks about is the term threshold. If you go over 5 years, the AAV gets all messed up, and but then in terms of money, I don't know. I mean, I think it's like $2 million for a second round or a third round pick, and $4 million or $2 million for a third round pick, $4 million for a second round pick, $6 million for a first round pick. It's, I don't know.
Would you give up a first for him? Your first, you won't have this year, but it'll be next year's picks you're giving up anyway, because an offer sheet would happen in July after the draft. That could be a really high pick.
Yeah, I would have no interest. Myself.
So if it's seconds and thirds, sure, but I feel like seconds and thirds, that dollar value might be an easy match for the Leafs, although we do need to see what they do with Marner and Tavares, because they're currently paying those two about $22 million, and they might come in at 14 combined next year. Depends what kind of hometown discount Tavares wants to give them. They might come in at $0. They might not have either of them. So I don't if they're jammed up against it, then it's a good thing to do. I think you'll see teams trying to use offer sheets more, but the challenge is we're just coming out of that flat cap era where teams really were up against it. And now even the teams that have been capped out for seemingly a half decade, it's like, oh yeah, there's some considerable growth happening the next week. It's just hard to get teams in a bind. And the Oilers really shouldn't have been in a bind. All they had to do was put those contracts for Arvidsson and Skinner in a drawer, and no one would offer sheeted them because you'd have all that cap space. Oh, they're just a match.
Yeah.
It was just a first-time GM and a president playing GM making a mistake to put him in that spot.
Yeah.
Even if you just leave yourself a single ARB case, you get a second buyout window. Like just little first-time GM mistakes are how they lost Holloway and Broberg.
For me, it's less about the money and more why would Matthew Knies sign an offer sheet
to get paid more money?
I get it,
yeah.
But it's
like,
just,
why would Broberg leave Edmonton if he thinks he can win a cup there? I mean,
I just think
it's just to get respect with your salary.
I get it. I just think there are other I get it. At the same time,
the player. That's probably what he really wants us to talk about.
Sure. Yeah. No. I just think
Physical.
ultimately with the cap going up, last summer it's different. Only so many teams can sign these offer sheets. I think we're going to see a much more robust market for offer sheets going forward. I think it's not going to be the 5 or 6 teams that have that flexibility. It's going to be a lot more teams. And I just think from a Calgary standpoint, I think you're very fortunate if a player even has you on their list.
Knies is 24 goals this year, would tie him with Kadri. Where does that put him compared to Huberdeau?
Where does he sit if he's playing in Calgary this season?
I mean, he's a left shot. He's probably on the second line.
Yeah, but my point is
he wouldn't score as much. No, I just mean it's just the type of skill set you should be looking to add, like for the same reason you wanted Frost and Farabee and that you targeted Yegor Sharangovich when you made a trade for Tyler Toffoli. He's 22 and he's 6'3", 230.
He's a very appealing player. Don't get me wrong.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah. I struggle to see the fit for a lot of reasons.
I just think the offer sheet's going to be real easy for most teams to match with the cap growth. But yeah, he's already looking like he's going to double career highs, and it's just his second full season.
Yeah, he looks like a guy who could be Toronto's equivalent to what Valerian and Shushkin was for the Avs.
That's a really good player. I'd offer sheet the hell out of him.
Sure.
It turns into Val. Yeah.
But at the same time, you need the McKinnons and the McCarrs first. That's the way that I see it.
Yeah, in a perfect world, I agree.
All right.
I just don't know that this team has a plan to get McKinnons and McCarrs.
No, they don't.
Maybe Perrick is your McCarr light, obviously. But I don't know where their number one center is. I don't know how old their number one center of the future is. Is he playing in midget?
6 years old.
Is he born yet? Is he in junior right now? Is he on another roster?
That's
the biggest challenge Connie has here is finding a legit 1C. Michael Backlund just turned 36 yesterday.
Yeah, no, it's not in the organization right now.
No, it's not. But I like Knies. It's an interesting kind of target. Yep. It's the type of thing they should try to do for the comment. Thank you.
Yep.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out more of our content right here on the Flames Nation YouTube page. We had a bunch of great long form interviews. You can check out some videos we've done as well outside of the studio. And of course, if you want more writing or merchandise stuff, flamesnation.ca or nationgear.ca. Appreciate you watching.